Good morning, Vineyard Kids. My name is Amy. I am one of the leaders at the Hive, and I hope you're all managing to enjoy the sunshine. Isn't it amazing? This morning I wanted to share with you my favourite psalm. It is Psalm 145, and there are two verses that I wanted to share with you. The first one is verse 4. It says, "Generation after generation stands in awe of your work. Each one tells stories of your mighty acts." And this reminds me of my mum and dad. It reminds me of my grandmas and my grandpas. And it makes me feel thankful that I have a family that have taught me about the love of Jesus and the love of God. And it helps me remember stories of God's goodness from my grandparents' life to my parents' life and then to my life now. And I want to encourage you this morning to perhaps you would like to send a message to your grandparents if you are not with them at the moment. Perhaps you would like to write a thank you card to your mum and your dad, or even your brother or your sister, and thank them for teaching you about the love of Jesus and the love of God. And perhaps you would like to ask them if they have any stories of how God has worked in their life. Because God is everywhere and He is with everyone, and I'm sure that we have stories of God's goodness. And I want to encourage you today to ask your family for stories of God's goodness, and to thank them and to thank God for the families that we have grown up in. And the second verse I'd like to share with you is verses 8 to 9. This is, "The Lord is gracious and merciful. He is slow to anger and abounding in love. The Lord is good to everyone." And this simply reminds me of how good God is. It reminds me that God's love never, ever, 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 ever runs out. And that even when I feel like I haven't got any love left in me, that He always is enough. And when I call on His name, He will give me everything that I need. So I want to encourage you again this morning to just to invite God's love into you, into your heart, and into everything that you get up to, because God loves you and He delights in you. But thank you for listening, and I hope this has encouraged you, and I hope to see you all face to face very soon.